Hello, I'm Richard from Power Copy. I hope you guys are doing alright. I just thought I'd do a little video to talk about an article that I've recently published called A Human Copywriter's Thoughts on Chat GPT's AI copywriting capabilities. It's not a direct transcript, it just fleshes things out a bit more of the concepts I cover in the article, and hopefully as a video it'll be a little bit more personal than just words on the screen. So once Chat GPT was released in November 22, I was, as a copywriter, I was kind of dreading things, to be honest, because it is a competition to my entire profession. And I did think, well, do I check this thing out? Do I try and ignore it? What do I do? And I thought, well, as it's competition, I should at least check it out, and I did. And I discovered that it isn't just about copywriting, it has a lot of other useful things, which I think any of us that work online can make use of. So what can it do? Well, you can create content. This includes e-shots, blogs, web sales landing pages, product descriptions. It can, basically anything written it can create, and it's not rubbish. Now, if you're as old as me, you probably remember the birth of Web 2.0, possibly had a BlackBerry smartphone. Yeah, those babies were sexy. And you probably came across machine generated content around that period. We're talking mid 2000s, 2005 to sort of 2010, that time. And it was pretty clear when it was machine driven content. It was rubbish, and it just was all over the place. It was terrible. It was not quite Dan Brown levels of authorship, but it was really bad. And sorry Dan, love you. But there was but Chat GPT is very different. It's readable English, it's not rubbish, and it does it fast. Now, I wouldn't rely on it to create content for me personally. Though I think it's good, it's not human standard. I think although it can draw on loads of different sources, academic texts, articles on the web, I think up to 2021, I think that's been extended to January 22 now, and it can browse the web if you've got the browser up plugin. And it draws all these sources together and throws it out once it's understood, or what it thinks it's understood to be what you're asking for, what the prompt is about, and it throws it up there. It doesn't have, in my opinion, a creative spark like we mortal humans do. It doesn't have that like little bit of magic that just seems to come from nowhere and elevates, using a Chat GPT word there, elevates the content into something a little bit special. But I'm not technically minded in these things, and AI engineers may actually say, no, you're wrong, he can do that, etc., blah blah blah. If you are of that opinion and you're in that field, let me know, because it'd be an interesting debate. I'm interested actually to hear your thoughts. Is AI now that good? I know there are other brands of AI out there. There's Google Bard obviously, but there are others too. And if you think that AI has reached this point, I know some AI engineers do believe the singularity has already occurred, i.e. that the AI has become, at least in terms of self-awareness. I don't really talk about the singularity here, but when AI can do things better and faster than humans, and basically exceeds human capabilities, that's when the singularity would have been reached, at which point, who knows what's going to happen. But anyway, and who knows if it will happen. The debates are far-reaching and everything. So yeah, it is good. It is good, and I use it like as a bit of a brainstorming partner. I write some copy and I say, can you improve it? And sometimes it comes up with an idea I haven't thought of. Sometimes it doesn't. Hit and miss, but nonetheless, it is. I think it's a pretty good co-pilot. So there are limitations. The language is very flowery. Elevate is one of its favourite words, as is transformative and meticulously. You notice that these words appear all the time in any copy that it produces. It can get stuck in a groove if maybe you're working on several different projects, and it does seem to think every project is connected. That can be a problem. Sometimes it doesn't get the prompt, it doesn't understand what you're trying to say, and it gives you something that's not relevant. Happens, it's not always accurate, so you check all the sources thoroughly. That's my take on that. And tone, again, it seems to have one tone. It wouldn't really understand conversational tone and formal tone. It's not fantastic with. Again, in many ways, I think. Well, I always say this because I'm a writer. Write it yourself. But if but your mileage may vary. We all have different skills. Maybe you're not, writing isn't your thing, and this thing can do it for you, at least to a certain extent. There is issues with plagiarism. It's I've when I run the things through plagiarism checkers in the past, I've come back with 13% plagiarized content. Now that's not a huge amount though, and it's quite easily changeable so that it all beds down and works well. I think I would say other uses, it's pretty good with too. I said it can brainstorm, but it can also analyze data. It can look for markets, side hustles, anything like that. It can help you out there. And it does save you time, and we all know that time is money. If it makes you more productive, and that is really its true strength. It makes us productive. Like I said, I did wrestle with the idea of getting to grips with Chat GPT for a little while, and I've decided to take the bull by the horns and just go for it. And I've used it, and it's now a co-pilot. It's not perfect, but it's not rubbish. It's sort of in between. And if you do want to get up to speed with it quickly, then as you can see, my book, Make Your Online Business Thrive with Chat GPT AI Guide, is now available on Amazon. And in there I give you 3 methods for creating high quality content and doing it quickly. Pro tips, and I discuss AI successes, failures, AI ethics, and the AI singularity. And I also go into details of the other capabilities that I mentioned earlier: market analysis, brainstorming, searching for markets, and everything. The book isn't War and Peace either, so you can you read it pretty fast, start using ChatGPT, and hopefully your online business will thrive. Thanks guys, buy the book.